Good evening and welcome to Reality Check. I'm Sanket Upadhyay. The Prime Minister held a crucial meeting yesterday with chief ministers on what is undoubtedly a strong spike in COVID cases, despite the vaccination process being on, by the way. In this meeting, the Prime Minister highlighted the key challenges and named one state twice. Once in the context of lack of RT-PCR testing, and then in the context of vaccine wastage. Both key factors in arresting COVID rise. This was the BJP-ruled Uttar Pradesh. Ironically, many would say a reflection of misplaced priorities. The state chief minister Yogi Adityanath was missing from this meeting because he was busy campaigning in Assam at that time. Polls more important than COVID, maybe. The Prime Minister himself has done a reality check on India's most populous state. Over the next 30 minutes, a deep dive into facts from this state and how the Prime Minister also believes that among a few other states, UP needs to improve on these two specific fronts. First, let's take a look at this ground report filed by NDTV's Alok Pandey.
तेलंगाना और आंध्र प्रदेश में 10% से ज्यादा वैक्सीन वेस्टेज है। यूपी में भी वैक्सीन वेस्टेज करीब वैसा ही है।
Why is Uttar Pradesh wasting about 10% of its daily COVID vaccination doses, much higher than the all India average of 6.5%? Some answers at these government-run rural hospitals, where a bulk of vaccinations will take place once the pace picks up further. At the Sathrik CHC or Community Health Center in Barabanki, a government hospital that serves a 2 lakh plus population, COVID vaccinations are happening daily starting this week. But unlike UP's urban centers, there is hardly any rush. This hospital is targeting 100 daily vaccinations, meaning the use of 10 vaccine vials. Staff here say if people do not turn up, it means wastage.
जब लास्ट टाइम होता है सेशन का हमारा क्लोजिंग टाइम, तो उस टाइम पे जब हमारा पोर्टल या कुछ भी मतलब बंद होने वाला होता है और कोई नहीं आ रहा है, तभी वेस्ट हो रहा है, वैसे तो नहीं वेस्टेज हो रहा है.
Some distance away, at the Setmau PHC or Primary Health Center, a smaller government hospital, daily vaccination numbers have swung majorly this week. From 70 on Monday to 40 on Tuesday to 50 plus on Wednesday.
तो 10 डोज होने का मतलब ये है कि हमारे पास या तो 10% आ जाएं तब हम उसको स्टार्ट करें, या हम जैसे फील्ड में हमें आशा से या अपने एएनएम से जानकारी मिल जाती है कि हाँ और भी पीछे 2-3 लोग आ रहे हैं, तो हम लोग उस वायल को खोल के और वैक्सीनेशन स्टार्ट कर देते हैं और जो भी 1-2 डोज बचता भी है उसको कोशिश यही करते हैं कि on the same day we finish it off.
The other red flag for Uttar Pradesh, raised by Prime Minister Modi, why is the state not carrying out more of the gold standard RT-PCR tests, relying instead on the quicker but less efficient rapid antigen method? This is one of the COVID testing or sample collection centers in the Barabanki district. Now, right now it's empty, as you can see. But the people here tell us that since morning they have taken 36 samples from people who've come in, and it's interesting to see that they have assigned 13 RT-PCR tests, which are the gold standard tests, and the rest are antigen tests, which then works out to be a 30-70 ratio, something that the Prime Minister also flagged in relation to Uttar Pradesh. Why is this happening? That's an interesting question to ask officials about. We are at another COVID sample collection point in Barabanki. This is the district hospital, where there is a maximum footfall of patients perhaps who come in. At the moment, this sample collection center is empty. It's about 1 in the afternoon. तो ये बताइए सर कि यहाँ इस collection point पे RT-PCR testing एकदम नहीं है?
नहीं होता था, RT-PCR नहीं होता था, जैसे कि अब काफ़ी पेशेंटों की संख्या बढ़ने के कारण जो है तो गैदरिंग हो जाती है, तो उसके लिए एंटीजन वहाँ पे कर दिया गया, वहाँ पे ऑलरेडी पूरा कैंप बना
RT-PCR
जी.
Barabanki's chief medical officer says daily testing parameters and targets are set by the state government. The Prime Minister says that states should focus more on RT-PCR testing. As a medical person, would you also say that it is more important to be doing the more reliable RT-PCR tests a little more than the 500 that they are doing right now?
Yeah, we are crossing our target, but it is assigned or we are getting the kit from the state government per day. So we are fulfilling what the target we have fixed. We cannot do it on.
In a statement to local media outlets after the Prime Minister's meeting, UP's Health Minister said they would work to increase RT-PCR testing and to see how vaccine wastage could be minimized across the state. With Sarfaraz Warsi and camera person Rajesh Gupta, this is Alok Pandey, NDTV.
The Prime Minister mentioned Uttar Pradesh twice in his meeting yesterday with the Chief Ministers about India's COVID situation. He highlighted two key areas where UP is showing cause for concern. UP is amongst the top 5 offenders in vaccine wastage as per Health Ministry data. Telangana wastes about 17.6% of its vaccines. Andhra Pradesh wastes 11.6%. Uttar Pradesh wastes 9.4% of its vaccines. Karnataka wastes 6.9% and Jammu and Kashmir wastes 6.6%. But it is important to remember that UP is also amongst the top 5 vaccinators in the country. At number 1 is Rajasthan, where in an average day 1.53 lakh doses are administered. Number 2 is Maharashtra at 1.3 lakh doses. Gujarat is at number 3 with 1.2 lakh doses. UP is at number 4 with 62,000 doses. At number 5 is Karnataka with 54,000 doses in an average day. The other key cause for concern is that UP is lagging behind in its use of the gold standard RT-PCR test to test for the coronavirus. Mostly, the cheaper and much less accurate test, the rapid antigen test, is being used. According to the UP Health Minister, 1.25 lakh tests are conducted in the state every day, of which only 32 to 36% are RT-PCR tests. He said in light of the Prime Minister's comments, RT-PCR tests will be increased to 48% of total tests conducted. But this is still well below the Union Ministry's aim that all states conduct a minimum of 70% RT-PCR tests. Insufficient testing and inaccurate testing can have a significant implication for the accuracy of COVID numbers. Let's have a look at the increase in the number of COVID cases across the country in the past month. Across India, cases have increased by 4.8% in the past month. In Maharashtra, cases have increased by a massive 14.2%. In Kerala, by 7.8%. In UP's neighbor Delhi, cases have increased by 1.2% in the past month. In Rajasthan, cases have increased by 1.4%. But in UP, the increase in cases is very low at just 0.6%.
All right, thank you very much, Meher Pandey, for that comprehensive research-backed presentation. And I guess there lies the most crucial perhaps concern. The Prime Minister raised these two specific concerns, and then when you look at the data provided by Uttar Pradesh on the spike is the lowest, despite the fact that on 2 counts, UP is nowhere close to the gold standard. Let me now introduce our guest. Desh Ratan Nigam is a political analyst. Lalita Kumaramangalam, director of the India Foundation and member of the BJP. Juhi Singh, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Dr. Arvind Kumar, chairman of the Institute of Chest Surgery at the Medanta Hospital. And Aradhna Mishra, MLA and Congress Legislative Party leader. Thank you very much. This is a crucial discussion. Dr. Kumar, let's begin with you first. The 2 parameters that the Prime Minister mentioned yesterday, as a doctor, how big a matter of concern are these 2 parameters?
The 2 concerns which were mentioned are both crucial, and for me as a doctor, in a situation where vaccination is our most effective and most precious resource available to tackle this problem, I think any wastage, I would look at it extremely seriously. And if we have about 10% of the dosage being wasted, I think it's a serious matter, and I would leave no stone unturned to see to it that not even 1 dose actually is lost, because it's a very scarce and precious resource. Now, as far as testing is concerned, I agree that we need to do more of RT-PCR, and now in the last 1 year, the upgrading of capacity has taken place to the extent that we should be able to meet that target of about 70% of the total test being RT-PCR. So I think they just need to spruce up all the mechanisms, and I see no reason why UP should not be able to fare better on both the counts, which is actually the need of the hour.
Absolutely. I mean, with the Prime Minister doing this reality check, the intention is only constructive criticism, so that we do better on the various COVID statistics. But Ms. Kumaramangalam, let me come to you now. You look at the vaccine wastage; it is at 9.4% in Uttar Pradesh, not the highest, but among the very high, the third highest as far as vaccine wastage is concerned. And then you look at the testing, about 32 to 36% only is RT-PCR testing. Does this explain the reason why the rise of COVID cases in Uttar Pradesh is artificially at 0.6% only, whereas in the rest of the country, where the gold standard is being followed, there is a much greater number? So is this, I mean, many would say, is this deliberate to keep the numbers low?
No, Sanket, I don't think you should underestimate the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. But I do agree with the gentleman who spoke before me. Before I get to UP, let me say this very clearly, that no vaccines should be wasted. We are still in an emergency situation in terms of the epidemic. Many people, many experts, including the head of AIIMS, Dr. Guleria, feels that this could be a second, round of COVID, which will be disastrous for our country. We just can't afford another lockdown, etc. But I do feel any wastage of the vaccine is wrong, whichever state it may happen in. Even if it is 0.5%, I would say that vaccines should not be wasted. I think the Prime Minister was very deliberate in picking out certain states, because let's not forget that UP is the largest, most populous state in this country. God forbid it if UP goes the Maharashtra way. So I think he was also doing it as a sort of preventive exercise, because the alarm bells have already rung. And it is his job to make sure that the whole country, regardless of which state is governed by what political party, that's not the point, that the whole country, because COVID, as we all know, spreads like wildfire, and travel has opened up. And we know what's going on even when people are traveling by plane, how strict things have started to again need to become and have started becoming. So I think the PM's entire meeting was to do his job, that is, as the Prime Minister of the country, to tell individual states wherever he felt that there could be a problem or there is a problem.
My question was a little bit, if you allow me, my question was a bit more specific. Do you think that by high wastage and also low reliable testing, increase, if you compare from the rest of the country and in other states, an increase of only 0.6% in the most populous state of the country could be a deliberate attempt to show that, look, everything's under control, we are keeping it low?
Sanket, let's be quite frank. It's not just the testing that comes up with the numbers of actually what mortality, etc. is in COVID or any other epidemic. If people had started getting infected, this would have been reflected in data that comes from every state, including from UP. Similarly, if there were people who are dying from COVID, that would also, those statistics would have been available to us. That has not yet happened, which is thankfully not yet happened. I'm being brutally honest, Sanket, I'm not playing politics here. This is a country. People, regardless of what community, caste and the rest of it, should not die, should not get infected by COVID anymore. So I feel very strongly that the Prime Minister has been quite right, that he has actually, this is like, warning them that, look, you better do your job, pull up your socks. Wherever he felt that there could be a problem or there is a problem.
And I think
whether it's UP or any other state,
it would have helped if the Chief Minister would have attended this meeting, but he seemed to be busy in a...
It would have.
He was busy in a rally.
Would have, I agree.
He was busy in a rally, which is, he should have attended this meeting, given the fact that the Prime Minister has done a reality check on Uttar Pradesh twice.
Far too many Chief Ministers didn't attend, nor did Mamta, etc.
I agree.
They could have all at least come in on thing, but I do agree that they should have attended.
UP is a populous state. By your own admission, it can be a huge cause of worry going forward.
State.
Yes. Ms. Mishra, you and then Ms. Singh, one by one. What do you have to say about these state of affairs?
Number one, the Prime Minister has shown his concern on this issue, and COVID is coming back. We can see it like now the cases are rising, and that's a concern. But unfortunately, it was such a as the lady who was just speaking before me, and your question was very direct, that the Chief Minister should have attended this meeting because it was very important. I personally feel because he is the Chief Minister of the state and the most populous state, he should have attended, because we have seen what rampage COVID has done to UP. And are we prepared to face the same thing in future? Probably the government should have, the Chief Minister should have sat down instead of attending rallies and things like that. I think the first responsibility as a Chief Minister is to the state and the people of the state. So the strategy, I think, should have been made by now, that how to accept this new challenge when COVID is coming back. If
no, you look at the statement that is coming in from the officials, Ms. Juhi Singh. The officials in Uttar Pradesh say that post the Prime Minister's speech, we are going to increase the RT-PCR testing to about 48 to 50%. This is still below the national average or the recommended health ministry average of 70 to 75%.
So Sanket, the figures which are coming out of UP were never reliable, and we have a population of 23 crores. We are vaccinating 62,000 people per day. So we are going to take years to complete this entire circle. And wastage of vaccine in UP, the issue is that it's also related to the lack of supply chains. It's very skewed when it comes to numbers or testing or vaccination. Urban centers do more, they have better facilities. We heard in your report, as soon as we go more into the rural interiors, then the testing is also less, the figures are going to go down, and also the fact that the vaccination, I mean, the man who was at the CHC was actually citing real problems that he has to break a while. So the wastage is going to be there unless there's a serious reality check. And UP was the first state which went on that we were acquiring land, we were building cold storages, every sort of statement was put out. So it's time to take a reality check. The Prime Minister, good that he took, he is from UP, he is our MP, so maybe the Chief Minister doesn't wear socks, but he should very well pull up his socks, and we stay in UP, and the condition why we don't see that increase is because we are not testing enough.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mr. Nigam, I want to come to you now. I'm again quoting from what the Prime Minister said, and he said that we have to make sure that this does not spread into Tier 2 and Tier 3 towns. And that's really going to be the big challenge. If the virus starts spreading in rural areas, where in any case, COVID appropriate behavior is a huge challenge, don't you think that this is a statement directly for Uttar Pradesh? A state which is most populous, a state that has many Tier 2 and Tier 3 towns, and also a state which is lacking on these two crucial fronts.
Sanket, this is not only UP specific, but an all India message by the Prime Minister. There are states where a lot of COVID cases are coming up, much more than the UP. However, the Prime Minister, despite knowing the fact that the wastage rate is less than 10%, which is a permissible limit, and UP being one of the top vaccinators, still took the name of UP. So therefore, this is a message. No, but then
Mr. Nigam, you say among the top vaccinators. Clearly, for a state which is as populous as 23 crores, 59 to 60,000 or 70,000.
I'm coming to that. In fact,
not impressive.
You should have. I said despite. Please remember, you didn't allow me to finish. Despite all these parameters, the Prime Minister mentioned UP. It's a message to UP as well as people whose data, reflects lesser performance than UP. Therefore, it is important, UP being the most populous state, it has to, tie up its loose ends. And it is also important that RT-PCR test rates has to be, scaled up. It is absolutely important because there is a direct correlation between the detection of COVID-19 cases with RT-PCR tests, because that's a gold standard. So there could be a possibility that the 0.6% rate may not be a very true reflection of the COVID spread in UP as of now.
So you agree, hence, it could be much higher?
It may be, because in the absence of a data I cannot say, but there is a direct correlation.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
RT-PCR test and the number of.
But Mr. Nigam, that's exactly the point. So by testing or having a less reliable test, and then also wasting vaccines is a direct contributor in a low positivity rate. It may look very good in data that UP has only increased 0.6%, whereas the national average is much higher, and that in Maharashtra is 14.2% over the past 1 month. So this may not be true.
So Sanket, let me point out, out of the two parameters that we are talking about is the wastage and RT-PCR test. RT-PCR test is something which the UP government has to do immediately and scale it up. Now, so far as the wastage is concerned, we are not talking about the negligence of the administration here. We are talking of various parameters which the wastage is taking place. The problem with low turnout, people lack of awareness, so many things other. Vaccine vial, when it is opened, it has to be used within 4 hours. If the people are not there, the remaining portion will get wasted. So you have to see whether the UP administration was negligent or not. Yes, there is lack of awareness. Not many people are coming, and it should be much very low.
Okay, I mean, Mr. Nigam, you're too quick to bail out the administration, but
no, because I have
Ms.
not
Mishra
seen
quickly,
any. I have not. No,
and then Ms. Kumaramangalam.
I have not seen any allegation with respect to negligence till now from any of the panelists or the report that I have seen anywhere.
Sure. Ms. Mishra first, and then Ms. Kumaramangalam, and then Dr. Kumar. Quick comments.
Number one, that the RT-PCR test, as you mentioned, it is so low, and this is not something new. This has happened previously also. So we have to scale up. This new strategy has to come from the government to scale up the RT-PCR test. That is number one. Number two, the wastage. Most important thing is, as the gentleman said, that there is less awareness, or maybe the people are still not, they have not accepted this vaccine to be very viable. So the administration has to pull it up. And the cold chain is also again an issue, because the shelf life of the vaccine is low. So I think the government has to take a call immediately
and that's where the role of the government comes in. And that's where the role of the administration comes in, which Mr. Nigam was happily bailing out.
Yes.
Ms. Kumaramangalam, 30 seconds, and then Dr. Kumar. Just running out of time.
Yes. Now, while the fact is that UP is also not a very highly urbanized state with very low education levels, most people live in the villages. In the villages, I think you will see data throughout the country in most states will show that for some reason the infection hasn't spread as much as it did in the major cities in or the more industrialized states in India. I'm not trying to make any excuses for anybody. What I'm trying to say here is that the UP government has not had any malified intentions, or nor has there been any negligence, or maybe, I mean, the negligence is not really one of the reasons for the COVID.
But Ms. Kumaramangalam, see, the point is, data is a huge matter of concern.
No.
It rises phenomenally in Delhi, but then in neighboring Noida and Ghaziabad, you don't see the similar rise. How can that be?
Yes, exactly.
The mirror effect.
Exactly, which is why I'm saying that, let me finish please, which is why I'm saying that the UP government now, obviously the head of the government is Yogi Adityanath, he has to head the whole effort. Has to also look at now really publicizing the fact that COVID has not gone away. I think a lot of people in this country have become very careless.
Dr. Kumar,
very quickly. On the government, but the government must make sure that people understand that they're still at risk.
Okay, quick comment, Dr. Kumar, running out of time.
Sanket, 3 quick messages. Number one, anyone who's watching this show in UP, I would urge him to become a messenger for convincing people to go and get the vaccination.
True.
Number two, whether vaccination or no vaccination, COVID appropriate behavior is the need of the hour to prevent the spread of the disease.
True.
And number three, while we do control and vaccination, let us increase the RT-PCR to as much as possible so that we know the real numbers and can respond accordingly to the situation.
Okay, I think this is a fantastic suggestion from Dr. Kumar, and anyone in the UP administration must look at this this presentation as constructive criticism and analysis of how to improve the situation. If UP goes down, then it will take the whole country down with it. It's that populous and that big a crisis. Thank you very much to all our guests. That's all the time we have in this edition of Reality Check. News continues on the other side. Stay with us.